All right, guys, what is up? This is Kiodiekin. We are back here at Microcenter here in Tustin, California. And I just wanted to make this very quick video because the last time I was here, I talked to another customer about this very specific issue. And I also had a chance to help out one of the reps who worked there and give them some insight about how you should plan out your home internet using Ubiquiti specific products. A lot of these products are brand new. These, in fact, I'm on my Meta glasses right now. This has a recording time for 3 minutes. So I'll try to keep this short and brief. So do not make the mistake of buying a lot of these products without future proofing or future planning out your home network. This is not your traditional internet setup where you go out and you can just piece everything as you go over several months or several years. When you're specializing in Ubiquiti products, they have a tendency to kind of be redundant. In fact, now they even have a buyback program, and this is one of the things that I spoke to the rep about and a customer who I was helping here in the store because they kind of ran into this same problem. If you're buying Ubiquiti-based products, especially if you guys are working with multi-gig setups, 5 gigs, 10 gigs, whatever the case might be, you want to make sure that you're future-proofing it and planning it out, because I was a victim of this myself. Because you don't want to run into a situation where you're buying for the now and not considering what it is you're going to be doing for your project in the next 2 to 3 months. Even I'm not even talking about 2 to 3 years. I'm talking about the next several months. So for example, I ended up buying a 10 gigabit switch, which cost me about $300, and maybe I should have held off on that because they did have a 10 gigabit switch, I believe it's 16 ports, for about $600 or $700. The problem that you'll run into when you're setting up your Ubiquiti setup or trying to plan out your network is you'll buy an item saying, yeah, this works for now, but then, hey, I'm going to add on this security camera. And let's say, for example, you buy a Ubiquiti network switch, let's say a Dream Machine or something that isn't PoE++ compatible. And then you say, hey, you know what? I want those security cameras. Those are cool. Then you find out the camera that you want is not PoE++ or PoE, or the security camera you want is PoE++ or +++ compliant. But yet the router you bought 2 to 3 months ago, it can do PoE+, but it can't do PoE++ or PoE+++. And so what'll happen is you'll end up trying to resell that router or network switch, trying to get something that's more compatible with your future overall plans in terms of what you want to do. And so I'm just trying to prevent you guys from making the same mistake, because a lot of guys investing in Ubiquiti products will make that mistake. They'll buy something for now and then slowly try to piece it together. You want to plan out everything in one lump sum, so that way you're not having to buy redundant products or say, oh shoot, you know what, I probably should have got the other model because the cameras that I want are PoE++ and the network switch I have is PoE++ compliant. And so then you're running into a situation where you probably should have spent an extra couple of $100s or so more, instead of just settling for what looks comfortable to you in the meantime. So I hope that helps. If you guys need some more examples, please let me know. Just wanted to give you guys my quick rant on all of this, because you can make that problem or have that problem in the whole Ubiquiti setup system. So for example, you really won't have this, let's say for example this, and I'm not really talking so much about the wireless access points. They do have PoE injectors that you guys can buy for this, but for the most part, let's say for example you want to get this, and this one is PoE++ compliant, and you need a PoE injector. You probably would have made a better decision buying a network switch that is PoE++ compliant at the start, instead of buying something that's not. So for example, let's say if I was going with this and I want to plug it into, okay, this one's PoE++ compliant, but let's say you just want to buy a network switch and it isn't, right? So this one does 30 watts. Oh shoot, this one's 269. This one only does 30 watts, so this one should be a PoE+. But the cameras you want to buy are only PoE++. So this isn't going to be compatible. It'll be compatible down here on this end, but not here on that end. But imagine this network switch wasn't PoE, didn't have the 90 watts. Then of course you'd have to return this whole unit, buy something else just to satisfy that one little specific accessory you want. So that's more or less just what I'm talking about. I will have more videos on my whole Ubiquiti setup because I've had to do a ton of research, and there are a lot of guys who I've been kind of conferring with, asking for help, who had access to this because this stuff is not easy. A lot of people are planning out their home networks as they go along, and it's still a brand new thing. Special shout out to Quick AV Tech. You guys know him as Kermit. I believe I said his business name right. He's been very helpful talking to him over the phone. He's a professional installer based out of Texas. But this stuff is really fun, guys. So if you guys are invested in Ubiquiti stuff, my only point is just make sure you're doing it right. Make sure you take your time and plan it out for your ideal situation, for what you really want, and not something you want just over the month or the course of a month or two. All right, peace out. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.